From a comfortable seat, either allow your eyes to close down fully or find a soft gaze forward. And as you settle into your body, begin to deepen your breath both on your inhalation and your exhalation. Notice where your torso has landed in space. Is it a little more forward, a little more back? And then find the space between those. So the space between moving forward into the future, the space between reflecting back on the past, and find your torso at present. Reach the crown of your head upward as your shoulders soften down. Draw your navel in towards your spine for a little bit of stability. And from this place of center, from this place of presence, draw both of your palms towards your heart. And set your intention for your practice today. We'll be exploring how small shifts in awareness can actually make all kinds of changes in your physical body. And so getting curious about that and how small shifts of awareness can make changes in other parts of your life as well. Take one more inhale through your nose. As you exhale everything out with a sigh. One more breath like this. Inhale through your nose. And exhale with a sigh. Release your palms down towards your knees. And as you inhale, start to roll your heart forward, shoulders back towards cat. And as you exhale, roll yourself back, navel pulls in towards cat. Again, inhale, slow and controlled. Think of rolling back, tilting your sits bones back. And as you exhale, pull your navel in as you think of sending your sits bones forward. Beginning to find that pelvic tilt as you inhale, rock forward. And as you exhale, rock back. One more here. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale back up to center. We'll go ahead and immediately move on to hands and knees. So you can pivot over onto tabletop. Shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. And we'll really start here with bringing this awareness. And so spread out through your fingers. Press into the knuckle pads. So start with your pinky. Press your pinky, ring, middle, pointer, and thumb. And with that pressing down of your knuckle pads, notice what's happening in your forearm. Keep pressing into your knuckle pads. Press up a little bit through the palms of your hands now and see if you can find a little more space with your shoulders. So notice if there's kind of like a drop. If you press down, what happens there? Okay, now keep that there. Draw your belly button in and up. And from that pulling in and up, notice what just happened to your tailbone. So go ahead and let your belly get soft for a moment. You might notice a little bit of an arch. And then pull your belly button in and up. Find a little bit of a length. Press the crown of your head forward. Still pressing into your palms. Bring your awareness into your feet. Actually take your feet and like stamp them down. So you can feel the tops of your feet onto the ground. Press your big toe down. Press your little toe down. Notice what just happened into the inner and outer lines of your legs. So this is a whole new, very active tabletop. Take one more inhale here. And exhale. Keep all of the stability and now find some fluidity as you inhale, drop your belly, arch your back, shift your gaze. Exhale, active pull in, press and round toward cat. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back, keep pressing your feet, keep pressing your palms. Exhale, press and round. Take 2 more, inhale to drop. Find some extension of the crown. And as you exhale, really round in, keep pressing down into your feet. Notice if you lost that awareness. One more time. And then shift yourself back toward table. Knees will come out wide, toes together. Relax through your feet, reach your arms forward, tent up onto your fingertips. And now pretend like you could squeeze all of your fingertips together. Let your head drop down. Send your sits bones back, squeeze your fingertips towards one another, and then start to pull your hands back. They won't really go anywhere, but as if you could draw your hands back towards your shoulders. Take another inhale. On your exhale, release your palms back down to the ground. Shift your weight back up. Hands walk underneath shoulders, knees walk underneath hips. This time, tuck your toes underneath and start to take some pulses back. And think of expanding through the soles of your feet, through each and every single one of your toes. The next time you shift your weight over your shoulders, shift your hips over your knees and untuck your toes once more. Press down into your left palm. You might start to bring it in a little bit more towards center. Start with your right arm out towards a T, about parallel. And then thread the needle through. So right shoulder comes down onto the mat or the block. And take your left hand, tent it up underneath your elbow. Start to bring the awareness into your feet. Again, press your feet down. Notice what that does to your rotation. Stay here, or left arm starts to walk to the front of the room. Tent up onto your fingers. Draw your fingers as if they could pull together. Draw your left hip back in space and breathe. Draw your left hand underneath your shoulder this time. Press down, unravel either to parallel, or you can take your right arm up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, come back toward neutral. This time, right hand under your shoulder or slightly more towards the center. Left arm expands to the side. And as you exhale, thread the needle through other side. Left shoulder down, left cheek down. Tent up underneath your elbow. Press down into your feet. Find what that does to your twist. Stay here, start to walk your right arm forward, tent your fingers, draw your right hip back in space. So notice it's kind of hanging out. Pull it back, reach it forward, and if your right hand is extended, slowly slide it underneath your shoulder once more. Press down, unravel to parallel or up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, hand back down underneath your shoulders. Active press into your knuckles, tuck your toes underneath, press, lift your knees and hover. For 5, 4, 3, pull your navel in, 2, 1. Keep your knees nice and bent. So as if your knees are going to stay just as they are. Actions coming from your hips. Start to send your hips back. So you might find that your belly or your low ribs start to touch the tops of your thighs. With this bend into your knees, take a little arch in your back, like you're going to take a cow, and see how your bum kind of lifts up a little bit. Feel that lift. Press down into your thumb and first finger, and then energetically think of sending your heels down. If you send your heels down and you start to shift forward, take a deeper bend into your knees. Keep lifting your butt up. Really energize from your palms all the way up towards your tailbone. And then if you want to, you can start to play around with straightening one leg and the other. Yeah, take a couple more here. Continue to pull your navel in and up. Bend into both your knees, shift your gaze to the front of your mat. Any way you want to arrive. You might tippy toe, you can step, and fold it down. Feet are about hip width distance or 2 fists. As you inhale, slide it up to your half lift. Press your big toe mound down, sits bones back, crown of your head forward, belly in. So we'll go over it a lot to begin with, and then I won't say it as often, but we're gonna really work with engaging all these different points. Press, press, extend, draw in. Another inhale. And exhale. I'm gonna flow through that twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Press into all 4 sides of your feet. Inhale, this time all the way up and overhead. Palms connect. Exhale, hands to your heart. Samasthiti. Deep breath in. And down. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Navel pulls in, heart melts down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step 1 foot back and the other, high plank. Stay here for a full breath in. Press your palms down, press your heels back. Shift forward, drop down knees, chest and chin, bottom high, elbows in. Hips press down, heart lifts up, baby cobra. And exhale, forehead down. Press the pinky side of your feet down into the earth. Press your hips down into the earth. And again, lift up, baby cobra. And release. Last one, take a lift. And release. Tuck your toes underneath, shift yourself up to table, all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, think sending your sits bones up and back. One more inhale. Exhale. Shift your gaze forward, step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward to meet it, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift once. Exhale, release. Press down, take it up. Exhale, fold right back down. Inhale, extend to your half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. This time shift forward. Again, knees, chest, and chin. Press your hips down, lift your heart up. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, either table or reverse push-up, up and back, down dog. 3 breaths in. And down. 2 more. Last one. Shift your gaze forward, step your left foot forward, right steps up to meet it, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release. Press down, arms sweep wide. Exhale, Samasthiti. Right back up. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, extend through your crown. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. This time with or without your knees, lower all the way down to belly. Untuck your toes, lift to baby cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Tuck your toes, reverse push up or tabletop, up and back, down dog. 3 breaths in. And down. Keep sending your butt up. Sending your heels down. Yeah. Press your knuckles down into the earth. Press your left foot down into the earth. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, roll your shoulders over your wrists. Draw your knee in toward your chest. Keep your navel high and hugged in. Knee towards nose. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale with control, right foot steps through between your hands. Drop your back knee, option to pad up. Untuck your back toes, sweep it all the way up. And release your hands down to your hips. So pull it back for a moment. Think of stacking your hip a little more square. Okay, here we go. So hands on hips. Press your left pinky toe into the ground. Left pinky toe. Yeah? And then release it for a moment. And then again, left pinky toe presses down. Really pressing? Okay. Now, pull your belly button in and up. Did anything just happen on your left quadricep or psoas area? Pull it in and up. Stay here, keep pressing the foot down, draw your navel in, then expand your arms high. So with that new awareness in your foot, you might be like, I'm gonna stay right here, which is totally fine. Or keep that awareness and now start to press the awareness into your front big toe on your right hand foot. Draw your right hip back in space a little bit. So now the right leg is just like fired up. Okay, option to stay here, or with all that control, now you start to drop your hips down. So we have stability while we're working towards mobility, right? We're not just putting everything down into our joints. We're really firing up, finding the strength, and then taking the reach. One more inhale. As you exhale, reach your arms all the way forward and down. Frame your front foot. Maybe you use a block. Left hand onto a block. Right hand is going to come to your low back toward your sacrum. Active press on that left leg still. Now actively press your right hand down to come out of your shoulder joint a little. Start to think of turning your left shoulder towards your right knee. So you're not turning from your back, you're turning from your shoulder. Okay, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Reach the crown of your head towards the front of the room. Keep pressing that back toe down. Keep pressing the front toe down. It's a lot, huh? Keep pressing, pressing, pressing. Pull your navel in and up. So you've got like a little bit more. And then reach your arm up. Yeah. Deep inhale. Exhale. I'm gonna have to get feedback after. This is burning because my legs are burning. Another inhale. As you exhale, take your top arm down to the ground. Option to grab your other block if you'd like. Tuck your back toes. Send your hips back like we did earlier with down dog. Hips really start to shoot back. Flex into your front right leg. And here's where you might want to use blocks if you have them. Keep sending your right hip back in space. So notice that it comes out to the side, pull it back, lift up through your heart space. And then as you exhale, you can melt your heart. So not your head, we're gonna melt the heart. Deep breath in. And out. Reground your right foot down to the earth. Frame your front foot, lift your back leg. Step back to plank. Shift forward and lower. Untuck your toes and lift up, cobra, baby cobra. Maybe you start to move to up dog. Exhale, forehead down. Tuck your toes any way you want to get there. Shift up and back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And down. Inhale, this time left leg high. With control, roll forward, shoulders over wrist, left knee toward nose, little round in your upper back. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, have that much control, especially through your core. Step your left foot through. And then drop your back knee, untuck your toes, press down, reach up. Shift your hips back, bring your hands to your hips. Other side. Right foot, bring your mind's eye into your pinky edge toe. Press, press, press. Notice what happens in that front quad, that front psoas. Keep pressing the back toe. Draw your navel in and up. So now notice what just happened, maybe with your low back, maybe a little more just happened in that front right leg. Left foot, press your big toe down, draw your left hip back, working, keep pressing, and then you start to expand your arms high. Stay here in all of this effort for a breath in. Option to stay high, or now you might start to maintain the awareness and drop your hips low. Yeah. Continue to reach up. Continue to press down into your mat. One more inhale. Exhale, sweep your hands all the way forward, frame your front foot. Again, option to bring a block underneath your right hand this time. Right palm presses down actively, so press to come out of that shoulder joint slightly, and then bring your left hand to your sacrum. Imagine turning your left shoulder toward your, right shoulder towards your left knee. See how that changes the twist for you, and then pull your belly button in and up, and see if you get a little more rotation using that downward press and that inward pull. Don't lose track of your back foot, and then start to expand your left arm high. Draw your left hip back in space. I know, it's a lot. Keep pressing as you expand. One more inhale. Exhale, top arm comes down, frame your front foot, option to use blocks, tuck your back toes, hips start to shift back, flex through your left foot, inhale, lift your heart, draw your left hip back, stay here, or heart melts. So we're not gonna take a round in the back, yeah? Extend through the crown of your head, drop your heart down. Deep breath in. And out. 2 more. Actively pull your left toes back. Reground your left toes. Walk your hands back to frame your front foot, lift your right leg, switching it up, pivot to the right, pivot on your feet, all 10 toes towards the long edge of your mat. Press down, find some extension here. Okay, before you fold forward, like we did earlier, think of sending your tailbone up and back. So it's like that little tilt, yeah? Send your tailbone up and back, engage your quadriceps, press your feet down. Then find a little bit of length through the crown of your head, draw your belly button in and up, and now fold. You might bring your hands to line up with your toes. You want to play around with binding, you can grab onto your big toes. But maintain that activation with your legs, sending your sits bones up and back as you draw the crown of your head forward and down. One more inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, press down, find your extension. Start to pivot to the front of your mat, low runner's lunge. Step your back foot forward to meet the front, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Press down into your feet, arms reach wide all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release down, Tadasana. Big breath in. Take a big sigh out. Once more like this, inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we're going to use all of those same cues. We're going to think about pressing, pulling, extending, twisting. Everything is going to come with mindfulness. Everything is going to come and move with intention. Yeah? So all of that same stuff, one breath, one movement. Ready? Okay. So, Tadasana mountain pose. Press down into your feet, reach the crown of your head high, reach your fingers low. Draw your navel in. And as we begin to flow through this one breath, one movement, start to find the rhythm, start to find the dance. And maybe in the effort, we start to find a little bit of grace, a little bit of ease. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, step back or hop back, shift forward, lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, release or straight up and back, down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. This time we'll start with the left leg. Left leg reaches high and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, step through between your hands. Drop, untuck, reach up. One breath in to feel that extension. As you exhale, drop your hips low. Inhale. Exhale, forward with the arms. Right hand stays down. Left hand to your low back. Find all of those little tweaks. Start to twist your torso up. Extend your left arm up. One breath. Exhale, top arm comes down. Tuck your right toes. Send your hips back. Flex your left foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Rebend, reground. Right knee lifts. Step back to plank. Shift, vinyasa. Deep breath in. And out. Right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Press and round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step through. Drop, untuck, reach up. Exhale, hips down. One more, inhale. Exhale, hands come to frame your front foot. Right hand to your low back. Press into the earth, spiral your heart open, and then right hand up. Big breath in. Exhale, bring it down. Left toes tuck, send it back, right toes flex. Inhale. Exhale. Shift back forward, left knee lifts. Pivot over to the left. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale, find some extension. Send your butt back, and then as you exhale, fold it down. Take one breath in. And out. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Here's the change up. Shift your heels in, toes out. Bend into your knees deep. So you got like a goddess squat happening. And then bring your hands to your hips. Lift your torso up. And then cactus your arms. So now you have a full goddess squat. Yeah. Draw your navel in and up. Drop your sits bones low. Breathe. Take another inhale. Exhale. Press down into your feet. Extend your arms wide. Left toes to the front. Right toes to the front. Left toes pivot. And then bend down into warrior two. So you might have to widen your stance. Expand your arms out wide. Press down into your front toe. Press down into your back foot, especially the pinky edge side. Draw your navel in. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower. Yes. One more inhale. Stay here, nice and low with your front leg. Reverse your warrior. Reach it up. Breathe into your ribcage. Another breath in. And out. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Stay as you are. Forearm to thigh. And then pressing, lift out of your shoulder. Back arm reaches up. Bend your elbow. Press your head back into your hand. Engage your core. And use that to start to pivot. Take another inhale. Exhale. Re-extend. Gaze down. Press down. Rise up. Warrior two. Straighten your leg. Hands to hips. Whew. Breathe. Shift your back foot in a little bit, pull it up, quadriceps active, start to tip. Tip, 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 tip. Keep sending your left hip back, pull in on your right hip. So now that we don't have anything other than our torso and our core to keep us upright, really get engaged, keep tipping. And then once you find the point where you're like, I'm gonna tip over, bring your hand to your shin, bring your top hand to your top rib. Think of unraveling yourself a little bit more. Keep reaching the crown of your head forward, and then you start to expand that top arm. Trikonasana. Keep drawing the rib cage, accordioning it in. So bottom rib and hip as if you could pull them together, and then find that extension. Big breath in. And out. Shift your gaze down, re-bend into your front knee, rise up, warrior two. Hands to hip, extend, pivot, pivot, we'll go to the other side. Drop down into your front knee. Okay, here we go, setting up. Big toe in the front foot, active. Pinky side, or that pinky edge blade of your back foot, pressing down. Navel pulls in, arms expand out. And then option to shift your gaze. So really engaging, finding that foundation of your feet to start to pull the energy in so you can start to drop it down. Take another inhale. Exhale. Left knee stays low. Reach it up and back, reverse your warrior. Big reach up. Keep dropping your left sits bones and hip down. Another inhale. Stay on your exhale. Inhale up to warrior two. Forearm to thigh. Reach it up. Bend into your elbow. Notice if you're dropping, press. Head presses back. That's going to start to pivot you, start to twist you. Keep pressing, keep twisting. Another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arm up. Shift your gaze down. Rise up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Hands to hips, sigh of relief. Option to shift it in. Okay, here we go again. Legs, active. Core, pulls in. Hands to hip. Right hip sends back. Left hip starts to shoot in. And from that rotation, we start to tip. Keep tipping forward. And notice if you want to start to drop down or extending, right? So it's as if the crown of your head is pulling you forward. You're using your core to keep your torso upright. Then bring your left hand down. Right hand to your top rib. Peel yourself open. Keep the activation. And then take your arm up. Trikonasana. Draw your bottom rib to your hip. Another inhale. Exhale. Keep pressing your feet down. Shift your gaze down to the ground. Rebend your front knee. Rise up, warrior two. Straighten your legs, hands to hips. All 10 toes to the wide edge of your mat. This time, interlace your hands behind you. Press down and lift up. Engage your legs, butt back hard forward. As you drop the crown of your head down, palms reach up towards the sky. Another inhale. Exhale. Slowly bend your elbows, bring your hands to your low back, and then all the way to the ground under your shoulders. Press and find a little lift. And start to pivot yourself once more to the front of your mat. Bend your knees, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down, inhale, reach all the way up and overhead. Exhale to stand, Samasthiti. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more, settling back in. One more, grounding back down. Okay. We're gonna take that one breath, one movement. Release your hands to your hips. Step your right foot to the back of your mat, round your back heel, and then pivot yourself forward towards the long edge of your mat. Heels in, toes out, drop it down, goddess squat. Bring your arms into a cactus. This time as you inhale, extend, shift your gaze up, crisscross your wrists. Exhale, pull it down. And then inhale, extend and crisscross. Exhale, pull it down. Press up to a 5-pointed star. Right toes to the front, left toes pivot in, bend down, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. We'll take that one more time in the flow. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, hands to hips. Lift, tip, and expand. Full breath in. Full breath out. Shift your gaze down, bend your front knee, rise up, warrior two. Straighten your leg, hands to hips, pivot to face the other direction. Drop down into your warrior two, expand your arms out. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Once more like this, inhale, reverse, stay low in your front leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Back up, warrior two. Straighten your legs, hands to hips, option to shorten the stance. Pull up, engage, start to tip. At your max, hand down, hand up. Trikonasana, full breath in. And out. Shift your gaze down, bend your front knee, rise up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, hands to hips, all 10 toes towards the front of your mat. Excuse me, the long end. Inhale to lift. This time, bring your hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows in, pull your navel up. Big inhale here. As you exhale, start to fold it forward. Keep drawing your elbows towards one another. Let your head drop. Big breath in. Stay here on the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to the ground. Inhale to your half lift. Shimmy to the front of your mat. This time, step your front foot to the back. Shift forward, vinyasa. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale with a lion's breath, stick out your tongue. Drop your knees as wide as your mat. Untuck your toes, bring them together. Wide knee, child's pose. And breathe. Stay here. Let your sits bones rest down. I'm just gonna do a time check. Let your arms extend forward. And then press back down into your palms, shift yourself back up. Hands walk underneath your shoulders. Knees walk underneath your hips. You can swing your feet to the side or crisscross and come back to sit onto your shins. Or excuse me, onto your sit bones. Okay. So, activation, huh? All right, from a comfortable seat once more, we'll bring hands to knees and start to slow it down. So find that tilt as you inhale forward. And as you exhale, draw everything back. Drop your chin down. Inhale to find the lift. Exhale to find the round. This time, inhale, lift your heart forward. As you exhale, roll your ribs to the left and back. And inhale all the way to the front. So take a couple circles in that direction. And then take a couple circles in the other direction. Bring your torso back to center. Bring your torso back to present. Right arm down, left arm sweeps up, and then start to take it over to the side. So you might tippy toe your fingers out a little bit. Really press your left sit bone down. So like we did in Trikonasana, we were drawing in. Now you want to start to draw away. So as if we could find as much space as possible between our bottom rib and hip. One more inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, reach your top arm all the way up, slide your right hand down. Both of your hands down, press your middle finger towards the earth. Actively press your middle finger down as you lift the crown of your head up. Just take a moment to notice where you might feel that. And then start to walk your left fingers out as you sweep your right arm up and overhead. Again, this time we want to find space between your hip, your rib, shoulder, and arm. So really combining that extension and then press down into your bottom hand. If you'd like, you can start to find a bit more rotation. And breathe. If your gaze is up, shift your gaze down towards the ground. Sweep your right arm all the way up, slide your left hand in. And again, both of your middle fingers actively press down as you lift the crown of your head up. Notice where the sensation moves up through your arms. Take another inhale. And exhale. Release that extension. Give your arms a couple shakes. Your hands a couple shakes. And let that get a little faster. You might do some karate chops. You want a little shake, 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 shake. Keep shaking your arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reach your arms all the way up and overhead. Let them be soft. Lift your palms up towards the sky. And feel the energy as it melts down through your hands, your wrists, all the way down your arms. Bring your hands down towards your heart center. And release your hands down. Shift your weight onto your back. Keep your knees bent, soles of your feet will stay on the earth. And then take a moment just to notice what part of your back is landing. Notice the natural curve of your spine, that little arch. And think of pressing your low back down so you can draw your hips up towards you. Notice what that does to your abdominals, especially your lower abs. And then inhale, rock your hips forward. Increase the arch in your low back as you start to lift up. We'll take that twice more. Exhale, low belly pulls in. Start to make that curve a little smaller. And then inhale, rock your hips forward as you lift your ribcage up a little bit. One more, exhale everything out, hips roll. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, come to a neutral spine. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart. You might walk them a little bit more further forward, and then start to drop both of your knees over towards the left. Stagger twist, option to take your arms in a cactus, or you can extend them wide for the T. Take one more inhale. Exhale to the base of your spine. Engage, gently unravel back to neutral, full breath in. And as you exhale, start to drop your knees over toward the right. Again, arms can be wide in the T, or you might cactus. And breathe. Allow yourself to breathe everything out. Slowly draw your knees back in towards center. Stay here at neutral for a full breath in and out. And then notice the energy, notice the charge in your legs. Notice if there's a pulsation, a vibration, maybe a little bit of a tremble or a shake. And maybe there's none of that. And it's all totally fine. Like whatever's showing up, totally fine. But just taking a moment to notice, from working in some of the smaller aspects, or seemingly smaller aspects of our body, what some of our larger muscles are doing in response to that. And then if your feet are a little bit wider, walk them in, bring them back a little bit closer to your sits bones, grab onto the edges of your yoga mat, pull your mat apart as if you could gently tuck your shoulders under a little bit so you're going to lift your heart space. Press into your feet. Really think of pressing into both your big toe and your little toe here, so you're using the whole pad of your foot. Gaze stays straight up to the ceiling to protect your cervical spine, and then press your hips up by pressing your feet down, your shoulders down, and pulling your arms apart. Take one more inhale. Exhale, begin to soften your hips. Soften your shoulders, release your grasp, and then walk your feet a footprint forward as wide as your mat, and let your knees fall in. We're going to take one more round of that. We'll take 3 cycles of breath at neutral. Walk your feet back underneath your hips. And so from the last round, you might notice maybe I need to bring my feet closer in, maybe I need to take my feet further out. So take your feet at a comfortable distance away from your sits bones. Hang on to the edges of your mat. Again, pull away. And from that pulling away, you kind of start to feel your shoulders rotate under as you lift your sternum up. Find that lift, find the activation of your arms, and then bring your attention and awareness into your feet. From that space, start to press your hips up, keep your gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And out. 2 more. Last one. Hips begin to lower. Release your grasp, heel toe your feet wide, a little bit more forward, and last time, knock your knees in. This time you might want to bring hands down to your belly if that feels good. Again, notice whatever charge, whatever energy is cycling through your body, specifically your legs. By bringing your awareness into pressing down, we're sending energy down into the earth, sending charge down into the earth. And by doing that, it's a way of discharging energy that is no longer needed, or energy that has become stale and that we need to send out and down. One more breath. And heel toe your feet back together. Draw your knees in, keep them a little bit wider. And take a few rocks and rolls on your low back. Make your way back towards center, flex into your feet, and you can move toward happy baby, either grabbing your big toes and drawing your knees back. Keep sending your shins back. So even if they're not going anywhere, think of energetically sending your shins kind of back towards your head. I like to take my elbows and kind of put them towards the inside of my shins a little bit and use that to help give me a little more traction. So you can play with that. You might grab onto the outside blades of your feet towards your pinky edge side, draw them in and back. And with all of that effort, can you soften in? One more inhale. As you exhale, release the clasp of your feet, release your feet down, and draw your knees in towards your chest. Give your ankles a couple rolls in one direction and then the other. And then extend both of your heels tall towards the ceiling. Feel that extension of energy pressing up. So as if we're taking Dandasana staff pose, but this time from a lying down position, active pressing up. Draw your navel in and up and let your palms rest down by your sides. Take one more full inhale. Exhale. Soften the effort in your legs. Draw your knees back into your chest, and then one foot down and then the other. Start to extend your legs long, one leg and then the other. And if you want, you can kind of give yourself a little tug on your shoulders to pull up, take a bit more space. Maybe you lift up your head, feel a little bit of space created in your neck as you reach your head back. And then let your palms rest down by your sides. Feet get heavy, your toes might turn out. Allow your palms to face up. And let your belly relax. You've done so much strong in and up. Finally giving your core a center and a moment to soften. As you begin to soften your physical body, begin to soften your awareness, soften your attention. And allow yourself to absorb fully what's happening within your cells, within your muscles, your joints, all the effort. And through effort comes grace. Allowing the grace to wash over you, to soften down, and to rest.
Allow your awareness to begin to come back, beginning with a gentle deepening of your breath. And taking note of where you're sending your inhale. And as you exhale, letting everything go. Shifting your awareness and attention into your physical body and slowly beginning to reawaken in any way that feels appropriate. It might be very small movements. It might be a bit larger and expansive. In your own time, start to make the journey up to a seat. And like you can roll to one side and stay there at that point of transition. Eventually coming all the way up to a seat, option to bring a towel or a blanket underneath your sits bones. Palms can rest down or face up. And once more, find that space in between the forward momentum of the future, between the reflection of the past behind you, and shift into that place of center and the present moment. From a place of center, from a place of presence, bring your hands together towards your energetic heart center. Resting at this space of compassion, take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale everything out with a sigh. Thank you for taking the time to explore small movements, the effects that they may have, and opening up to a space of where you want to send your energy, where you want to send your attention, and how by creating intention you can start to move and flow and open up to the present. Namaste.